All right, so today's bell ringer, I'm going to have you guys open up. What was going through your mind during the January 6th insurrection on Washington, D.C.? What would you do if the government of Indianapolis was overthrown? I'm going to take attendance, give you a couple minutes to knock that out, and we can get started. Just a reminder, make sure that you have your masks up. Let's see. Turn it on. Okay. I have to have this light switch on. Yeah. Okay, so that's a great point. So, yes, Brianna? Yeah? Okay, yeah, I'll unsubmit that for you. So what I mean by the January 6th insurrection, I use the word insurrection because that was the word that I heard most often about it. But basically a bunch of protesters stormed the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. They got inside the Capitol building while Congress was in session and vandalized the property. You guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you need to look that up real quick, something you should take a look at. You should have it back, Brianna. If you refresh your page, you should have it. Hey, Brianna. You should have got it now. whenever you're done. All right, I have a lot to get through today, so I just want to make sure that we have time to do everything that is planned. The first question asks you, what was going through your mind during the January 6th insurrection on Washington, D.C.? Can somebody answer that? Yes, James.
I was in shock.
You were in shock?
Yeah.
What shocked you?
Like, I was surprised that like so many people had like raided the Capitol, and I was also surprised like nobody really stopped it. Like no security or barely any security like stopped anyone from like breaking the windows and going to the offices. And I saw like people on Facebook Live while like sitting in the chairs of Congress and stuff.
Right. Yeah, they only had 6 police officers holding back the gathering. Did you think that the Capitol would fall that day?
No.
You didn't? Okay. Okay. Thank you. And did anybody else say something? Zoe, can you tell me what you wrote?
I thought they were gonna like kill people because like really no big damage should have happened, but anything else could have happened.
Right, yeah, and they seemed very angry too, like they were there for something big. Thank you. Let's see. Elian, can you tell me what you said
What?
for the first question?
It was kind of surprising.
It was surprising. You didn't think it could happen?
What?
Somebody getting into the Capitol? You don't know? Okay, that's fine. What would you do if the government of Indianapolis was overthrown?
Stop dumping.
Do what?
I'll start shooting everybody.
You start shooting everybody? Okay. So self-defense kind of thing. All right, thank you, sir. Bell ringer is up. All right. Can you scoot your basket a little bit? Okay. Self-defense. Even though that sounds really radical, you have to understand the situation. I'm glad you said something like that. I'm sure. Are you looking out for yourself or are you looking out for other people?
Myself.
You're looking out for yourself. I want you to hold on to that point because that's going to be something interesting that we talk about today. All right. Anything else? What would you do if the government of Indianapolis?
Go on vacation.
You'd go on vacation. How'd you go on vacation? You're leaving? You think you can leave?
Who's gonna stop me? The government getting taken over.
Everybody else can.
It's good then.
I'm not getting started.
All right. Okay, we got a couple rebels in here. Anybody else? Government of Indianapolis was overthrown. Did you know that a big city, a big government was overthrown in the United States? Who heard that before? Make sure your music is down, please. Andrew, turn your music down, please. A government in the United States was overthrown. Who's heard of that before? What?
Tulsa.
Tulsa?
Tulsa.
Okay, yeah. Tulsa. Right on, yeah, so that is an example of one. We're going to find out about that today. Not Tulsa. Different one. Would you mind switching over? Wilmington Massacre. Wilmington Massacre. Who's heard of this before? I heard somebody grunt a little bit. All right. Wilmington Massacre took place November 10th, 1898.